It's your girl Nikki with another Black Screen production. So, my journey of a single woman. I've been single technically since after my birthday, but once I dropped my ex off at the airport to move back to the East Coast, that's when it was just totally official. Like, he moved back to the East Coast. I wasn't going to see him no more. I wasn't going to have the luxury of laughing with him or watching TV with him or just being around him. And I handled it a lot better than I would have. I did have a few times where I cried, but it wasn't as bad as the anxiety leading up to the day when he left and moved for good. I started my spiritual healing. Now, we had pre-broken up because I told him, "Hey, you're a single man now. It's okay." Because I knew for a fact he had loyalty for me, you guys, and I had much loyalty for him. Love him so much, even to this day, love him. But I did not want him to feel like I wanted to set him free. I wanted to give him the okay. I was going through a spiritual, time where I just wanted to be cleansed. I wanted to get on track. I felt like the season for us was over. And I just wanted what God wanted for me. And I was just asking God to give me my light back. I just wanted my light back. I wanted my anointing back. I felt like I wasted so much time. I wasted so much. I had been away from God for a long time. I didn't waste time being with my man, but I had wasted time being away from God. And when you're with someone and you're unevenly yoked, I struggled so much because I loved him so much. And then I love God so much. So I would pray in the morning and then practically, worship my man when I got home from work, Did everything, cook, clean, did laundry. His food was ready when he walked through the door from work. I did everything. I definitely had a wifely duty type of thing. Candles were burning, makeup was on, I was showered. And I mean, I was just Donna Reed, Betty Crocker. I was all of that for him. Because I felt like any real man that's in your life, they deserve that. If they're going to be loyal to you, if they're going to look out for you, and they're not cheating, and they're respectful, and they're your friends. They're your friend, and you respect each other. Why wouldn't I want to give that to him? So I struggled because my mate was not saved, you guys. He believed in a higher power. But I came from the holiness church. I was just like, I know what it is. I know what my journey is with God. I don't know my personal relationship with God. And I felt like I have been neglecting that. So when he left, I was really, really sad that he was leaving. When he got on that plane, I was sad, but I was yet relieved because I just said, I trusted God at that very given moment. I trusted God. I said, God, I'm going to trust. I've done things my way. You've allowed me to have the man of my dreams because he was. He was everything I wanted, And I said, you allowed me to have the man of my dreams. You gave me that season with him. And for that, I'm so grateful. But, I want to do things your way. And for a while, I was going really strong. I mean, I wasn't dating anyone. No one was appealing to me out this way. I I wasn't feeling nobody. I was very picky. When you've been with someone for a long time, their scent, they put on cologne, they dress a certain way, they get their hair cut every week, and they're well groomed, and their posture, their walk, the way they wear their clothes, the way they speak, everything, you're sensitive to that when you see other men. And when they try to talk to you or approach you, you pay attention to everything and you're oversensitive, okay? So for a long time, it was like, I don't know where you've been. I don't want you touching me. No, I'm okay. I'm not dating. I don't want to date anybody. I don't want nobody touching me. For a long, long, long time. For me, a long, long, long time was, 4 or 5 months. And so, I met an individual, and it just took off. I mean, there was just immediate attraction. And he spent a lot of time with me. It was just like, we're talking on the phone, we're FaceTiming, we're hanging out, and I'm just like, oh my God, I never knew that I could have a crush on someone. It's been years since I've had butterflies, but the romance was very short-lived. He was my first guy I had ever been with since being with my ex. It was just different. It was different. They are not anatomically similar. The connection was not really there. I mean, for me, it was easy because I felt like my spirit was open. So it was just kind of like, okay, I like you, you're attractive. But like, it wasn't like we weren't making love or anything like that because, he wasn't my ex. Me and my ex have history. We know each other very well and we enjoyed one another. So, but it was short-lived, and the guy, he, moved back to the DMV. He was only out here for a little bit anyway. Did we text? Yeah, we text back and forth and checked on each other and said hello, but it was just kind of like a disconnect once, he hit that road. It was just like, I was a pass, how the character gets smaller and smaller in hindsight until they're gone. And that's what it felt like. It was like very short-lived, but it opened me up and it opened up my appetite to seek, new connections, new encounters, not necessarily just for SDX, but, I was just kind of looking. And then I encountered someone from my past. And I really always enjoyed this person. He took his time with me. It was wonderful. You guys, I'm just going to be as transparent as I can. I know for a fact, like in the past, we did not use protection. This is years and years ago. We didn't use protection, but on this night, I already knew that it could possibly go that way. And because I was in the middle of cleaning up, showering, curling my hair, putting on makeup, just to have a sit down with him, just to see if the chemistry is still there, just to sit down and kind of ping with him before he even came. Like, I want to say maybe 30 minutes before he even got here, I ordered the 7-Eleven now. I ordered 2 boxes of condoms. One was Magnum and the other one was regular. Yeah, I did that. I spent almost $30 for 2 boxes of freaking condoms because I didn't want to miss opening the door for him. I needed more time to look a certain way. I had the house smelling a certain way, candles burning, yada yada. And I didn't want to leave. I wanted to finish getting ready. I wanted to take my time because I did remember the connection that he and I once shared. And I just wanted to know, was there something there? And this individual, I mean, he bought a bottle. We laughed, we talked, we played old school music. We talked about, now see, he grew up in the church, so he knows the walk. He knows the lingo. He, is and once was very connected because church was all he knew growing up. And without giving up too much information, he knew all about the church. Sometimes too much. He knew about things that went on behind the scenes, as well as, the Spirit of God and the walk and having the Holy Spirit. So, with all of that said, he spent hours and we just talked, and oh my goodness, it just feels like the devil's advocate when the mother is in the elevator with with Al Pacino, and she, after he gets out the elevator, she tells the son, I was lonely and I was holy, and he just talked to me, and he just really just talked to me. And I swear, you guys, that's what happened. Like, he was just so loving and funny and charismatic, and it was just like, wow. Like, I really missed my friend. So fast forward, the night moves on, and I pull out the condoms, like, because it's getting there. Like, we starting to get hot and heavy. And he's like, wow, this is for me. And I said, yeah, this is for you. And so, we proceed. And at some point, he decides to take off the condom, you guys. He didn't ask me, was it okay? He just, at some point in time, took it off. Maybe when he was going downtown, or I don't know. But all I know is when we got done, the condom was over there. And he was right here. And so I was stunned. I don't know. I just been so non-confrontational. I've always been the one that's a duly noted type of person, but I was so stunned and I didn't want to cause no. This is where I laid my head. I didn't want no drama. I didn't want to curse me out. I didn't want nothing. I just said, well, what's done is done. And my God, I felt so violated. I was shocked. I felt disrespected. I felt like it was a selfish act on his part. I felt like if he's willing to do that to me, how many others has he done it to? So days later, and like I said, I'm being very, very transparent. He gave me BV, bacterial vaginitis. And I hadn't had that since before I was with my ex. Me and my ex, I want to say maybe I've had 2 yeast infections in the 7 years that we've been together, which is natural, can be brought on natural by eating too many sweets or wearing tight clothes and this and that. But, y'all, I had BV. And I went to the doctor's. I made an appointment, and I told her what happened, and she went ahead and tested me, and that's exactly what I had. And she asked me how long I had been with him, and or not how long I'd been with him, but how long ago it happened, and I let her know. And she told me that it still wasn't long enough before I could take an HIV test. That it would have to be 6 weeks or more. So, yeah, my stomach started burning. And I said, oh my God, to reach this age in my life and have to worry about this. I was just like, oh my God. And so it had been lingering in the back of my mind. And I'd recently talked to him, and I said, when's the last time you've been tested? So here he is with the gaslighting. I've been tested like 14,000 times, he says to me. And I'm just like, okay, so he wants to be with the gaslighting and just being all over the place and being evasive. I understand it's not a comfortable conversation. It is a conversation that I should have had before we got together, but I didn't want to lead on that I was with being unprotected with him. I also let him know that I did not appreciate and how shocked I was that he took the condom off and how I didn't appreciate it. And so the very next day after he and I had spoken, which was yesterday, I went ahead to the doctor's and I just had him draw the blood. I was so scared, you guys. I was so scared because this individual, my God, he's known all over town. He's the town hussy. If he was a woman, he would be known as the town hussy. Even though he's probably has a number one draft pick, he's still a free agent, right? So, but anyhow, all over the place. And I was just like, God, I've been really, really selective. I only been with one person when I was with my man. He's gone. I call myself moving forward and moving carefully. But I'm telling you guys, you can't close your eyes and enjoy a person. Y'all, I'm telling you, you gotta open your eyes. You gotta turn on some lights. You gotta look at some head to shaft to draws and balls. Like, you have to really, really, and still put something on it. So with all of that said, she was like, oh, if there's any problems, we'll call you. Now, yesterday, they drew the blood, and I was so scared, y'all. But we also talked about, some weight loss options as far as medications and eventually surgery. So I had asked her about her, and she says, okay, we're going to do the full blood panel on you, and we'll see, we check for everything, diabetes, blah, 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 yada, yada. And I said, okay, here we go. Whatever it is, I'm just going to have to do is put my big girl panties on. I'm just going to have to, my God, I just said, I'm just leaving it in your hands. I know I was disobedient because, you guys, I'm telling you, I felt like I just led into the flesh. For a long time, I was just like, don't touch me. I belong to God, yada, yada. But, I just went ahead and felt and got into my flesh. And I felt like I needed a connection. It's something about when you finally connect with someone, you enjoy that person, and it lightens your burdens. When they light your candle, it's just like you're able to, I don't know, things aren't so bad. You're able to laugh things off. You're able to have a better day. It's like a relief. And that's what I experienced when I was with this person, you know. But at the same time, that thought just haunted me that he took off the protection. And so you guys, like, I got a call today. Now, the lady told me, if there's any problems, we're going to call you. I just got out the shower and my doctor's name flashed on my phone. Y'all, I don't know. I was just like, okay, fuck it. Excuse me. I'm just going to pick it up. Whatever it is, it is. And she asked me, is this blah, blah, blah? I said, yeah. Is your birthday this? I said, yeah. She was like, okay, your labs look good. You're fine. Y'all, I can't tell you what it feels to hear that. When your ass know you ain't been doing all that you should have been doing, and because you left the door open, you know, there used to be a song called Don't Let the Devil Take a Ride, because if you let him ride, he'll want to drive. And it was almost as if I opened the door and I let this nigga in. And it wasn't good enough that we enjoyed each other's company. It wasn't good enough that I was giving in and letting him share. It wasn't good enough that I shared myself with him with protection. No. He had to take it all the way there. And I just felt so violated, y'all. And I ended up with BV. And I got treated for that. And then weeks later, I go back to get my test. And they said if there's a problem, they'll call me. And then when that phone rang, y'all, I don't know. I was holding on. And when she said that you're fine, I wanted to break down. But I said, Nicole, you're going to hold it together. And she said that she was actually calling because being that I'm okay, you know, which medication option did I want to go with concerning the weight loss, so that she could call the medication in. Y'all, the devil is not playing out here. This world has become worse. It's always been a cruel and cunning world, but I just felt like it's even worse since this pandemic has happened. Every person is selfish. They're all about themselves. They don't want to come to work. When they're at work, they don't work. When they're driving, they're very curt and rude. People believe what they want to believe, and when they get called out to the forefront about it, they gaslight shit, are very disingenuous. Like, I'm sorry you felt that way. It's a jungle out here, y'all. It's the jungle out here. And you know how I'm feeling is like, God, please just send me my husband, because I don't want to be out here. You know, I want to have a good life. I feel like I'm a good person. I feel like I give so much to people. And, you know, it's almost like you don't want to be like, oh, black people steal. So, you know, you entrust and you believe that, you know, all black people don't steal. Like, you know, I can go to the bathroom in a restaurant with my friend, and I could leave my purse at the table, or I could let them in and step outside to talk to somebody that just drove up to drop off something to me. Or if I left my expensive coat, I can trust that. I can call and tell my friend to put it up, and I'll come get it later. And then when it doesn't happen and you're a victim of theft in your own house, and you're violated, or someone just takes your shit, and that's how I felt. Like, I felt like he just took my shit. He took my cleanliness, my choice. I'm sorry to be crying. And I feel like I can't trust nobody. I mean, like, I feel like we had a really good rapport, and we have such a history that I'm just like, he's good, he's cool. And now I almost feel like all black people steal, like, I just feel like I'm back to, like, the door is closed. I feel like I shouldn't have opened it in the first place, because I opened myself to Pandora's box. And the funny thing is, my ex, leading up to the days that he was leaving, we were together, and we were gonna, be together. And I told him, I said, we were laying up, and he was withholding some information from me. And he was like, I have something to tell you. And I said, what is it? And he said, I had sex with someone else. And I thought, like, wow, like, the bond is really broken between us. And he said, is it okay if we still have sex? And I mean, at that point, I was like, no. Because I just felt like, you're no longer mine. I believe in the spiritually transmitted diseases. I still believe in all of that. And even though, like, I've had sex with 2 people since we've broken up. Even though as of today that I'm negative with HIV, I don't have it. Even though my shit is cleared up, I don't have BV, I don't have none of that. I still feel like I'm gonna have to deal with the spiritual aspect of things, because you don't never know what people are carrying, and it can make you very sad, suicidal, careless. You can really, really be dealing with some demons. And every morning I say that Psalms 91, I ask that God protect me, and that he cleanse me, and that he give me his light back. Because even though I had finally given in, I had also given my light away. And my eyes didn't shine bright. I was no longer happy and joyful and jovial and hopeful. I felt really guilty. I felt robbed. I felt violated. I felt like I couldn't even talk to nobody about it. And I don't know. But the blessing in all of this is that, I'm just going to take this baton and run with it. I'm going to shut it down, and I'm going to really, really just focus on me. Because if they can't love you right, then don't let them love you at all, y'all. You got all of these women. I don't care how fat you are, how skinny you are, you know. In a lot of these men's eyes, we are all just fancy cum buckets. You could be shiny and gold. You could be silver or platinum. You could be small. You could be a large pot, beautiful pot dripped in diamonds. A bucket, just like champagne buckets, you know? I don't care, you guys. People are so cruel and they are all about themselves. They won't tell you nothing. And the minute you say yes, they want to play with the trickery and the games. You know, well, I asked you, how'd you gotten tested? Yeah, but you didn't ask me what my results were. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they want to be with the semantics and shit. You know, and you just really, 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 really got to be careful if you're going to go that route, and you got to be aware of what you may be opening up yourself to. Anyways, that's my time. I wanted to share with you guys. It could have went any other way, but God saw fit to show me mercy, grace, and love, and I'm for that I'm so grateful, because y'all, I didn't know how I was gonna be able to handle that moving forward in my life. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. You can share if you care. And you know, I'll see you next time. All right. Take care. Peace.